Sharma sir, shall we start? Sir?
One.
Shashi Prakash, you can start.
बाहर से
सर नमस्कार। नमस्कार सर टोकेकर सर, नमस्कार सर आपको भी।
नमस्कार।
So Kirti madam, can you start the proceeding of the workshop?
Sir, actually we were waiting for a note from Ashok Sharma sir.
Note he will give at his due time, no?
Should I?
Permission or?
Sir,
Not. Yes, sir.
Sharma sir, should we start now?
Okay, you start.
Yeah, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm sharing my screen just.
उधर वो चल रहा है।
Do you want something from me?
Pardon, sir?
अभी नहीं।
Sir, I'm actually should I start, sir?
Okay, you start, Kirti.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Gaurav, is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, visible.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to Rector, Honorable Rector, Professor Ashok Sharma, sir, all my senior and fellow colleagues, and dear students. I, Kirti Pawar Bhati, on behalf of School of Electronics and IIC, that is Institution Innovation Council, DAVV University Indore, welcome you all in this webinar on My Story, a motivational session by Successful Innovators. During our hard and challenging times, we often seek for some guidance, some hope, and some inspiration. Institutions Innovation Council, School of Electronics, DAVV, brings to you the role models, professionals who have excelled and innovated in their respective fields, who share their story through this session. Since you all know that it is our culture to start the event by taking the blessings of Ma Saraswati, since that this era is the era of digital and virtual mode, so we would like to do the virtual lamp lighting in front of Ma Saraswati.
या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शूलां ब्रह्म विचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्धारिणीं अभयरामा चार्या पद्मासने संस्थिताम् सर्वेतां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
I would like to thank Google YouTube platform for providing this virtual lamp lighting. Now, I would request Dr. Abhay Kumar, Head School of Electronics, for his welcome address. Sir, please.
Thank you so much.
Sir, sorry for interruption. Gaurav, have you started recording the session?
Ma'am, we are streaming it live on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Then also if recording is needed, please do that also. Thank you. Abhay sir, please.
Thank you so much, Kirti Pawar madam. I welcome everybody, including our honorable rector, Professor Ashok Sharma, chairman of IIC DAVV chapter, Professor Tokekar, Professor Shashi Prakash, convener of the same forum, and he's also one of the storytellers. Whole lot of storytellers essentially who will be telling us about how did they achieve what they have achieved, and that includes Dr. Upadhyay, Dr. Vivek Kapoor, Dr. Shashi Prakash, and Mrs. Kirti Pawar. All of them would be telling would be sharing their journey. How did they start? Kind of bottlenecks that they faced. How did they overcome those bottlenecks? And in what way their journey can provide an inspiration to the budding engineers is something that they are going to share with all of us. I would only say that at this point of time that we are living in a knowledge age. So knowledge around us is plenty, and then one should definitely think about how does this knowledge age has come to us, or in other words, who creates knowledge. So then if you think a little deeper, you find that all those people who are essentially creative thinkers, they create knowledge. And it also proves that the number of people who can do creative thinking, creative ideas that they can conceive, and they can convert those creative ideas into some kind of knowledge, that number is rising very fast in a phoenix manner, and that is how that we have reached to a knowledge age. Now all the attendees for this particular webinar, which happens to be around more than 50 attendees, they are very enthusiastic lot. They have been, they are here in this particular workshop just because that they have got some creative ideas, they have got some level of creative thinking, but what lacks with them is that they are unable to find where to start with, so that creative idea that they have can be converted into useful knowledge. They can contribute to knowledge. And the journey that they require to start from the starting from scratch to the end point is something that they want to learn, and that they will learn through the speakers who have kindly consented to be storytellers this afternoon. Storytelling has a proven track record. Storytelling is has a proven track record, that in the sense that when you tell a story, it is not only engaging, but it also has a message. The correct word for in English is fable. Fable we will use for a story which has got a message. So this process of telling a story, that means telling to others about their own journey in an engaging manner, and at the same time conveying the message that they want to do to the young budding engineers and other participants, to ensure that, to tell them about what kind of hardship that they are going to encounter and the ways to overcome them. So I'm quite sure that this dissemination or this narration given by our storytellers, which are accomplished academician of our university, would definitely help the participants a lot, and they would be able to not only get engaged at this point of time, but also in future, in case they would like to have any kind of clarity on certain topic, that would definitely they would be definitely coming forward to help them. With this, I again hand over the stage to Kirti Pawar Madam to take it forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. We'll definitely try to meet your expectation, and we hope that we would be able to disseminate this information so more people can come can follow this particular path. Thank you so much. Now I request Dr. Sanjeev Tokekar, sir, President IIC and Director IET DAVV Indore, to introduce the Institution Innovation Council, that is IIC. Tokekar, sir, please. Tokekar, sir, you are not audible.
Honorable Rector of the University, Dr. Professor Ashok Kumar Sharma sir, Dr. Abhay Kumar ji, Head School of Electronics, Dr. Shashi Prakash ji, active member of the IISc, and all other IISc active members, and dear students. Essentially, the Ministry of Education has established what is known as MOE, Innovation Cell. So every higher education institute should have a MOE's Innovation Cell, or MIC. This MIC is established to encourage the creative energy of students to work on new ideas and innovation, and promote them to create startups and entrepreneurship ventures. Ministry of Education, through the Ministry of Education, through the Ministry of Education, through the MOE Innovation Cell, or MIC, launched and known as Institution Innovation Program, with collaboration with program in collaboration with AICTE, higher educational institutes. This is in order to steadily foster the culture of innovation in institutes. So, engage large number of faculty, students, and staff in various innovation related activities. Numbers, occasional and unplanned innovations, activities. And top leadership and lack of synergy in smooth and vibrant ecosystem for entrepreneurship and innovation. IIC's main idea. There are different programs. There are Innovation Ambassador Program, Impact Lecture Session Context, Mentor-Mentee Program, some criteria, and we are able to step.
Tokekar sir, there is some network issues at your end. We are unable to get your voice properly.
Hello.
Tokekar sir? Sir, आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. There is lot of network issues at your end. So, you may switch off the video. I think there is some bandwidth issue at your end. Abhay sir, is Tokekar sir audible at your end?
He is not even visible also. So you are asking him to switch off video, but his video is not visible.
No, but I think he has left the meeting right now. There is some network problem. So should we wait for him to join for 2-3 minutes?
Let him rejoin. Probably if he has left, he will definitely rejoin. So let us wait for say a few seconds. He will join. So that he has not joined or he is unable to. So शशि प्रकाश साहब क्या करें?
I think we move ahead.
हाँ.
नहीं, मेरे ख्याल से we move ahead and he'll join later if everything goes well.
That's right. That's
We should
right.
proceed, I think.
Correct. Yeah. And yeah. Kirti, I think we should proceed. Yeah, आ गए. टोकेकर साहब आ गए.
नहीं
सर,
हाँ
टोकेकर सर म्यूट हैं आप.
सर म्यूट है.
टोकेकर साहब आप म्यूट हैं.
But so I'm using hot. So
some issue.
नहीं चालू कर दिया मैंने. Don't it is now. आवाज नहीं आ रही.
सर अब आ रही है, बोलिए. अब आ रही है सर, बोलिए. टोकेकर साहब बोलिए. अब आ रही है आवाज. आ रही है आवाज, बोलिए.
अभी का आवाज नहीं आ रही.
आ रही है.
हाँ हेलो. हाँ मैं फॉर some preconditions for the establishment activities, MIC driven activities, IIC driven activities, self driven activities, and so on. And we already conducted 7-8 activities in this category. We have celebrated National Education Day, then teaching the event of ideas and scout and linkages with innovation ambassadors for mentorship support. In inspiration sessions by successful entrepreneurs we have done, and financial independent session on startup, expert lecture on IPR and patent design also done. So there are already some activities being conducted and some more are being planned. So today's activity is in the category of MIC driven activity, and this is under the motivational session by Successful Innovators, and I hope that this particular session will be very helpful to all the students and other faculty members, also young faculty members as well. And so I feel that this activity will be I am confident that this activity will be a very successful activity. Thank you very much. I thank again Dr. Ashok Sharma, Rector of the University, to give time in spite of his busy schedule. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for let us know about the IIC and various activities which are already organized under the banner of IIC, and definitely in the quarter 2nd, 3rd, and 4th we'll have the more activity under the banner, under the same banner. Now I would request Honorable Rector Dr. Ashok Sharma sir for the word of blessing for this event. Sharma sir, please.
Respected Dr. Sanjeev Tokekar, Director IIT DAVV, and Dr. Shashi Prakash ji, in charge ICIE, Dr. Abhay Kumar ji, School of Electronics, all the learned speakers of today's program, Dr. Vivek Kapoor ji, Dr. Raksha Upadhyay madam, and Dr. Kirti Pawar. Dear academic fraternity, good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, it is my pleasure to be here in this My Story a Motivation Session by Successful Innovators of the University, a program being organized by Institute Innovation Council DAVV Indore. It is a matter of great happiness and proud moment for our university that our faculty members have brought laurels to the university. As Dr. Tokekar sir has pointed out, the Ministry of Education, Government of India has established its innovation cell called MOU Innovation Cell at All India Council for Technical Education with a purpose of systematically fostering the culture of innovation in all higher education institutions across the country. So, our university is doing very well to fulfill the objectives of this program. On behalf of the university and my own behalf, I congratulate you all, sir. I wish you all a great success for all your future efforts and efforts. Your efforts will be a guiding torch for future innovators. Now, with these words, without taking much of your valuable time, I wish a great story session by all the speakers. Thank you so much. Have a good day and great day.
Thank you so much, Sharma sir, for your word of encouragement. We would definitely try to meet your expectation. Again, thank you on behalf of School of Electronics and IIC. Now, I would like to tell you a little about the speakers of today's session. Today, we are having 4 people with us who is going to share their story. Dr. Shashi Prakash sir, who is the head professor and head Applied Science Department, IIT DAVV. He is also the convener of IIC of university. Dr. Raksha Upadhyay, who is associate professor, IIT DAVV. Dr. Vivek Kapoor sir, who is assistant professor at IIT DAVV, and myself. So now I am giving control to Dr. Manju Chattopadhyay ma'am, who is assistant professor in our department. She is going to introduce the speaker to you all. Manju ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to introduce our speakers. First one is Dr. Shashi Prakash sir. He received his MTech and PhD degrees from IIT Delhi in 1992 and 2002 respectively, and was awarded CSIR Research Associateship in 1998. He was visiting foreign researcher at Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Niigata University, Japan for about a year. And later he joined School of Instrumentation in 1992. He is currently serving as a professor in Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, IET, since 2007. And during his journey at DAVV, besides other responsibilities, he also served as an executive council member, Dean Faculty of Engineering, and in charge Center Evaluation. Presently at IET is HOD Applied Science Department and in charge Atal Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship. He has been convener of Institution Innovation Council, IIC of DAVV. He has published more than 150 research papers in international journals and conferences and has guided more than 10 students for their PhD degree. He handled several research projects from funding agencies such as UGC, CSIR and DST. And his research primarily focused on optical communication networks, biophotonics, and laser-based instrumentation. I invite Dr. Shashi Prakash sir to share his innovative ideas with us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Manju, I'm audible? Manju madam, I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's fine. Okay. Good afternoon, Rector, Dr. Ashok Sharma sir, Professor Sanjeev Tokekar, Director IIT, Professor Abhay Kumar, Head School of Electronics, Manju madam, Raksha madam, Kirti madam, and my dear faculty members and dear students. Today I'll be talking about my the patents which we have worked at and finally been successful in getting it granted also. So I'll go into presentation mode right away. And let me talk from there itself. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That's fine. So I'll be delving on my story, a motivational session by Successful Innovators. The contents of my presentation will I'll very briefly talk of my research area, problem statement, solution domain, and journey and what's next. I'm well aware of my time limit. So if I exceed 1 minute before that, please let me know. So our area of research, if I briefly say it, is photonics. It is field of science, technology, and application of light. Basically, we work in two domains. One is photonic instrumentation and another is photonic communication networks. In photonic communication networks, we basically are involved with developing strategies, writing computer codes for efficient data communication between source and destination, and write efficient codes so that we are able to save some resources, that is spectrum, which makes the communication in a better fashion. And another of our stream is photonic instrumentation. In this stream, I have been involved with two subjects. One is optical sensing and measurement, another is biophotonics. When I talk of optical sensing and measurement, I have done my PhD. We have been involved in this area for about 25 years now. And basically, you can say for any kind of instrumentation kind of system, we have a source and we have a detector. We make light incident on a subject, that is any object, the characteristics of which we wish to. So that is light falls on it, and the reflected light, transmitted light, or scattered light, we detect. The simplest system look like that. So we record an image, we process the image, and we present the results in a meaningful form. Till 2016, we have our focus on instrumentation parts. One is flame temperature, it might be vibrating body, or n number of parameters could be there. So the system could be very simple. You can say like two subjects, a small girl or a boy is there, light incidents on it, and I detect the light which is scattered from him or her, and that is how we can tell whether that girl is smiling, or a boy is in a bit of a pensive mood, or what kind of background they come. Like we analyze with our eyes, something like that only. So recently we have introduced some biological specimen, and that has changed the story. That was from 2016 onwards. So with this background, I'll come to the topic. Now see, this is, we have a simple incoherent source, light wave, and when I go to a laser light, the process is same.
Excuse me, sir. So can you go to slideshow mode or press F5?
Yeah, sorry. Yes. That's fine, I think.
Yes,
thank you.
Good.
Let me know if anything is not clear in between also. I thank you. So, when a laser light falls on a specimen, so light not only is scattered from the surface of it, but it penetrates 5 to 7 millimeters inside also, and it gets scattered back. There actually inside the specimen, when it penetrates, there will be various scattering centers. So when it gets scattered, so if I show a image that is now see, when it gets scattered, it interfaces in space and generates what is called a speckle pattern. This pattern is just a recorded speckle pattern. Some dot kind of structure will be there. If this surface is, you can say, rough surface and light is not able to penetrate, it will be looking like this only. But if it is a biological specimen, as you see down, just see jhilmil lag raha hai thoda. I'll repeat again. Just see. There will be some kind of, you can say, dotted patterns which are moving, sleeve may something. So whatever is going inside, you can say biochemical processes are taking place, diffusion is taking place, or some starch is getting converted into other subsequent constituents. So because of this will be, you can say, boiling kind of pattern, boiling pattern will be there. What we do, make light incident on it, and some 30 to 40 images, you can say, per second we record. And then we process this image. So we have developed on various processing images, processing mechanisms by which we can process images. The simplest of one could be that I have these 40, I subtract from one another, all. Say first frame, I subtract from all. So then what if there is nothing has changed in between? It will be blank, a zero kind of thing. So that means I say there's no activity going on. It is dumb. It is dull and dumb. So this pattern, this low activity, my cursor I think is visible to you people, it will be like this. But if there are some changes continuously taking place, so it will, and they're rapidly taking place, so then it will not be zero, but it will be more activity, will be something like this. So I am able to map any time varying processes if they are taking place. And then I can, we have in fact developed various strategies by which we can visually see them, we can quantify it also. That is the basic crux of it. So if light, there is no activity, you will get a dull, no change. And if there is an activity, the activity can be visually identified. There is some kind of motion of molecules, water, etc., etc. So that is the main part. Now see, next thing around that, this was around 2016. Basically, a research thesis I got for evaluation. I gave it to my ME student. So let us work on it. So we developed. We were not having at that time. We were not having a high resolution camera and all. That is another story. I'll delve more on it later on. But around that 2017-18. We come across a newspaper cutting, fake thumbs, one solution to attendance woes in UP government office. UP government के office में हो क्या रहा था? Attendance के लिए उन्होंने machine लगाई. And what happened was, तो वहां पर कह लो कि कोई जो stamp बनाते थे, उन्होंने ऐसा किया कि वो हाथ की एक और वो नहीं, दूसरा नहीं जा रहा है, चार नहीं जा रहे हैं, लेकिन वो अपनी प्रॉक्सी मारनी है. तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि वो उन्होंने एक स्टैम्प वेंडर को दिया, स्टैम्प वेंडर उनके लिए एक थंब बना के दे देता था, ऐसा something like this you can say. So just you see, for a long time, just I read it from the newspaper, for a long time attendance in government offices was mere formality. So you can say in this kind of pattern was made by in 300 rupees only. So attendance person will not go in the office, he'll get a thumb made and he'll give it to his friend and he will mark the attendance. So this was in the Indian Express around 2018. Then there was 2017 also around that, fresh concerns after cop bust, gang cloning fingerprints of Aadhaar operators. Then Times of India published also cloning. That is basically, they were cloning the fingerprint. That was the basic problem. So we thought, why not we use this biospical thing there? Just see, it's the same, fresh concerns after cop. Then Aadhaar operators also they cloned, and then Aadhaar cards, etc. also they changed. So basically, till now, the technique was something like that. You have a person goes and gives his hand in the machine, and this fingerprint, his fingerprint was matched with the one which is saved in the database. And in the database, there will be, you can say, there will be walls, curls, etc. There will certain points will be there. We call them, you can say, bifurcations, leg, dependent, and depending on the location of that on the fingerprint, it will be matched with that in the database. And then you say whether yes, it matches, it does not match, or if it is inconclusive, it will say record again. This was the usual process which was followed. We slightly added to it. What we did was, this was 2017 only, we published a paper in this, optics and lasers in engineering. And now the thing is, we said you put light, instead of putting light only here, what you do is you make laser light incident on it also. And after you get a laser reflected light, gather it using a CCD camera only. And now I was doing minutiae matching, and now not only minutiae matching only I'll do, but what I do is the process which I explained just before. So if it is a right hand, if it is a proper hand, it is not a forged hand, then what the thing is, if I separate it out, the pattern will look something like this, because of the light will go inside 5 to 7 mm, and it will have signature of that particular portion. Because of that signature, the pattern will be something like this. But if over a hand I have put a tape, it will be something like this. And then if I made a hand of plastic or something like that, the pattern will not at all be present. There's something like that. So this was the only article which was highlighted by Optics and Lasers in Engineering in 2017. Elsewhere created a story on this basis, and it tweeted it to 15,000 of its followers twice. We published in 16. In 17, by that time, we modified on its signal conditioning. We modified the laser, which we started with. At that time, we were having a green laser. We go into the IR laser. IIT Indore helped us in procuring that equipment. And then we filed for a modified version, compact version. We filed for a patent in 2017. So the attacks could be, the technique could be able to detect, you can say, photo attack, layered attack, fake finger attack, or a dismembered हाथी काट के ले आते थे बहुत बार लोग, ऐसा भी हुआ cases. So based on that, we have been awarded a patent for it recently, 2021, 3/9/2021. This is regarding my patent. Now the thing is, other point, since we worked around 2017, it stuck to me. Why not we developed a formulator policy ourselves? I talked to Tokekar sir, and we said yes, okay, we go ahead for it, because actually, while I was that we had the job, we know that we have done something different and new. but we don't know how to file a patent. And what should be the process? That was everywhere, it was absent. So when I met Dhakad sir, Naren Dhakad sir also, he was kind enough to sanction 1 lakh for it. But we found that there's no procedure. That is, procedure is 5,000 के ऊपर जाना है, तो आपको 3 quotation होनी चाहिए. 3 quotation किसके लाएं, क्या करें? Then इसलिए what we have opted a route of IIT Indore, and they helped us with equipment. They helped us with a student also. Our ME student was, they took it him and a PhD, and that is what it was. But we tried to build facilities over here also. We tried to formulate a policy here also. Harshita Sharma here at IIT, he and me, we read different policies of different universities, IITs, etc. We tried to formulate a policy with encouragement of Professor Sanjeev Tokekar and Director IIT and Naren Dhakad sir. We could formulate a policy in 2019. IPR cell was also formed with Professor Tokekar as coordinator for that. And but still the thing is, it is not fully actually policies there, but processes are something which are we are not fully, you can say, developed at the university. This is a basic, you can say, lacuna which I am facing still now, and I hope this discussion, policy, for framing the policy, finalizing the policy, Professor Abhay Kumar, Professor Anjana Jaju sir, madam, and several other, Archana Raka madam, everyone was there. We formulated policy thanks to them, but practically making it practical reality was still not, it could evolve. So basically, at this forum, I feel there are Ashok Sharma sir is there, Tokekar sir is there, Abhay Kumar sir is there, and so many other are there. We have a policy. Why can't we have, we go ahead to the next step and have it a system where anyone who has a policy, it is well advertised, you can say, and he follows that process and can file for a patent, something like that. So that is, I was not successful in this, and I feel I'm easier to work in the lab is easy. To making people, convince people in admin and management is not very, it's a hot cup of tea for me. I cannot grab it. So, but for the future, that is journey, and it's what's next. What next I want is we have to build good labs, first of all. You have to give encouragement to faculty and students. So who is going to develop a lab? Uska pura proposal, if he goes and finance section say goes and go. No, we have to say, no, we start away, we have to make a process somewhere. We have to handhold the faculty member, we have to handhold the students, and so that it is successfully done. Second is, I feel research innovation ecosystem has to be strengthened right from the student system. I'll give an example of Indore Smart City. I used to see maybe around 7 years back, not many of pigs moving around here and there. I see this cows, dogs, and garbage, heaps of garbage over here and there, everywhere. But suddenly one fine day, someone in admin has taken, nahi, hum isko theek karenge. And we are number 1 in India. Why can't we be number 1 in innovation? And this, at some stage, if we decide, yes, we can do. This is, I am the part of it. We have to change somewhere, I don't know, but let us try to do that. Third part is innovation cell to manage. We have to make some kind of cell or IRDs, IITs वगैरह के पास IRD या कुछ ऐसा सिस्टम होता है जहाँ चीजें फास्ट ट्रैक होती है. वहां पर ऐसा है, एक छोटी सी चीज के लिए उसको 6 महीने के लिए वो डिले हो रहा है. That kind of thing is not there. If you are able to develop it, that is better practice, I think. And we have to, because at any stage, I have a ME student, I have a PhD student. If I am a PhD student who is going to a college, so he cannot come and do research. So some student whom we can engage for research, maybe the fees is waived or lesser because he's contributing to the lab development. And that is how innovation setup can be strengthened. We have many of awareness program at this stage. A marked improvement has been there in last 6 months, I feel. So I hope ki other domains also we can excel. For the students, I like to add some few more points, and that is that is a kind of motivation, I must say. You are not what you think you are. This is a favorite line from Dale Carnegie. You are not what you think you are, but what you think you are. We are second to none. अगर हमने सोच लिया कि हम सेकंड है तो सेकंड रहेंगे, हमने सोच लिया यार ऐसे ही चलता है तो ऐसे ही चलेगा, हम सोचे नहीं, I'll make a difference, I'll try to do, दूसरा नहीं फॉलो कर रहा है, नहीं करे मैं तो करूंगा, and then that makes a difference. So that is first part. Second part is be prepared for failures. Failures बार बार आते हैं. जो 17 में हमने स्टार्ट किया 19 तक हम चक्के खा रहे हैं. 17 में हमने पेटेंट फाइल किया, 21 में मिल रहा है, 4 बार वो क्वेरी क्रिएट कर रहा है. ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट हम छोड़ेंगे तो नहीं, छोड़ूंगा नहीं, मैं पीछे पड़ा रहूंगा. तो दैट हेल्प्स. Constancy of purpose or perseverance has to be there. Then only you can succeed. And at times मेरे को लगता है मेरे बस का नहीं है यार, तो नहीं कर पा रहा. तो मुझे ऐसा मैं सोचता हूँ, फिर जाके मैंने क्या किया, IIT दिल्ली, IIT इंदौर गया, IIT दिल्ली गया, सोयाबीन रिसर्च सेंटर में गया कि मेरे पास ये टूल है, क्या आप कुछ हेल्प कर सकते, आपको किसी चीज की जरूरत पड़ सकती है क्या? तो उन्होंने बोला हमारे बायोलॉजिकल स्पेसिमेन में लगाओ. तो हमने फिर नीचे ये तीसरा पेटेंट हमारा वो है, हमने बायोलॉजी में करना, सीड प्राइमिंग ट्रीटमेंट्स के लिए किया. अभी हम फिर एक इंडस्ट्री इंदौर बायोटेक में गए, उनको बताया ये हमारे पास टूल है, कैन वी बी ऑफ हेल्प टू यू. मतलब गिविंग का नहीं, मेरे को मिलना चाहिए, मेरे को पैसे मिलने चाहिए, मुझे पेटेंट मिलना चाहिए, नहीं, मैं क्या तुम्हारी सर्विस कर सकता हूँ. तो एंड दैट इज हाउ, कहते हैं मेहंदी लगाने वाले को खुद भी मेहंदी लग जाती है. तो समथिंग लाइक दैट हैपेंड एंड फाइनली नाउ वी आर, मतलब हम एक बायोटेक इंडस्ट्री के लिए भी वी आर वर्किंग विद दैट. देन यू हैव टू फोर्ज पार्टनरशिप्स, यू हैव टू रीच आउट टू कोलैबोरेटर्स, you have to give your share. मुझे चाहिए नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, मिलके करेंगे काम, तुम भी शेयर लो, हम भी मिलेंगे, करेंगे. तो something like that. So people, ये मतलब like for the students it is, I'm just trying to share, if it can be, they can find something useful here. People with a mission-driven life are far more happier than the others. This is my observation, and also well written in the books, etc. Also, so money will make you urge more and more money. And that is no stoppage. Then cultivating ideas are more important than crunching facts. नए ideas की सबको जरूरत है. सोयाबीन रिसर्च सेंटर को भी जरूरत है, स्मार्ट सिटी इंदौर लिमिटेड को भी जरूरत है. So try to cultivate them. Finally, this was our patent certificate and acknowledgements. I must say, DAVV Vishwavidyalaya, Professor Sanjeev Tokekar sir, he helped me a lot. At every stage, all my proposals he always encouraged. Faculty and students also, I have not written. Dhakkar sir, I have a great regard, because whenever I have gone to him for any kind of help, he always said, yes, karo. I don't know why some people have, कि ऐसा नहीं हुआ, वैसा नहीं हुआ, but for me, he always said, yes, you do. Process नहीं है तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? मेरे को, I was not able to find it. Then from IIT Indore, Professor Vimal Bhatia, हमारे पास 2 स्टूडेंट्स थे, अमित चैटर्जी और पुनीत सिंह ठाकुर. इन्हीं दोनों स्टूडेंट को उन्होंने अपने PhD प्रोग्राम्स में भी ले लिया, और फिर हमने इनके साथ, इन बच्चों के साथ में भी we have published. And Professor Vimal Bhatia, last maybe probably हम 16 से हमारी collaboration start हुई, 5 years. We have published more than around 75 publications. Conferences in general together, and never we published in any local kind of journals. मतलब local मतलब paid fraud journals we never publish. All SCI journals above impact of 2. So association has been good for and students also, they got PhD में हमारे combined student रहे हैं, और 2 और combined student हुए. And SERB DST has funded us with a research project for it. That is all from my side. Thank you. Anyone? Please.
Thank you so much, sir, for your story. I think there's a question in chat window. Would you be able to give the answer for that?
Okay, yes. Most welcome. मैंने बहुत time तो नहीं लिया ज़्यादा.
No, sir, you have exceeded a bit, but it's perfectly fine, sir. You have talked, that was really a motivational session. You have tried to cover everything, whichever was possible. Thank you so much.
But lastly, just one thing I say, अभय कुमार सर ने बोला था कि मतलब मैं अपने challenges बताऊं, एक challenge मैं दूर नहीं कर पाया हूं अभी तक. I am fighting for it कि हम कैसे एक पेटेंट को फाइल करने का एक सिंपल तरीका हम अपने वेबसाइट पे डाल दें, मतलब यूनिवर्सिटी अपना एक प्रोसेस बना ले. इफ वी कुड डू nothing better than that. If Ashok Sharma sir is there, Tukekar sir is there, nothing better than that. At this stage, it is somewhere, I don't know, rules, etc. Everything is not existent. It seems to me to be so. So academic side we could see, but admin side, management side, I'm poor. So maybe they can be of help. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, there is a question for you in the chat window.
Just a moment. Chat window. Just a moment.
Should I read it out, sir?
Yeah. Batao na please.
What is the wavelength of the laser diode used for this biotype?
Actually, we were working at 6328. And ideally, it should be around 0.9 nanometers. 9000 Armstrong के आसपास हो तो ideal है.
She's asking again. I mean, suitable range. She's asking. Sir has already given your answer. I hope, Meena.
ये 7000 से लेके 9000 Armstrong is fine. Near IR is actually क्या है? Scattered signal आपको बड़ा मिलना चाहिए. अंदर light penetrate कर जानी चाहिए. तो इसके लिए लोगों ने रिसर्च की है, वो 7000 से लेके 9000 एंगस्ट्रॉम तक इज मोस्ट एप्रोप्रिएट रेंज. we were not there initially हम 6000 के आसपास थे. हमको IIT ने इक्विपमेंट में सपोर्ट किया. हमारे इक्विपमेंट में मुझे ऐसा लगता है बहुत बार परचेस के सिस्टम को थोड़ा दुरुस्त, जैसे मैंने कहा ना, इंदौर स्मार्ट सिटी सेक्टर ने अपने आप को बहुत चेंज किया होगा, तब नंबर 1 हुए, प्रोसेसेस को चेंज किया होगा. ऐसे ही मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ के प्रोसेसेस को कुछ हमको थोड़ा फाइन ट्यून करने की जरूरत पड़ सकती है, जिससे कि हम आसानी से खरीद कर पाए. मेरे को दिक्कत हो रही थी, वो IIT इंदौर ने प्रोवाइड हेल्प की. IIT इंदौर ने कैमरे में भी मदद की, स्टूडेंट्स में भी मदद की. हमारे पास पुराना था लेजर वगैरह. या एनीवन एल्स?
Is there any question from anybody? Then sir would like to answer that. Otherwise, should we go for the next speaker? I don't think there is any question anymore. Thank you so much. I request Manju ma'am to introduce the second speaker. Manju ma'am.
Yes, our next speaker is Dr. Raksha Upadhyay, madam. She is working as Associate Professor in Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, IET, DAVV, and she has over 20 years of experience in teaching and has published over 60 research papers related to wireless communication and networking in reputed SCI index journals and many conferences. Presently, she is supervising 6 PhD candidates. 2 of them are under prestigious Vishwesvaraya PhD scheme of Government of India. Her research interests include physical layer security, fiber, wireless access networks, network performance evaluation of wireless and communication networks. She has received many awards during her career, and one of them was prestigious Young Scientist Award in 2000 by MP Council of Science and Technology. She received a research fellowship from IIT Madras in 2009, and in 2019 she was presented Research Recognition Award by our university. So I will welcome Raksha madam for her presentation. Ma'am, you are not audible. Please unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing me. Let me share my screen first. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So, respected Rector Sir, Dr. Ashok Sharma, Director IET Tokekar Sir, Abhay Sir, Shashi Prakash Sir, Kapoor Sir, Kirti Ma'am, Manju Ma'am, Shivangi Ma'am, a very good afternoon to all of you. Earlier, when I had discussion with Kirti Ma'am, we decided to talk on published patent work. But as per the theme of the session, I kept the topic as my research journey. Though it is quite personal, usually I refrain to talk about, but as per the theme of the session, I decided to keep my presentation on this topic. So I start from the very ground level, from very basic thing. I think that this innovation cycle has been an integral part of professional life, may it be industry or academics. Its various phases include research, invention disclosure, that may be publication, assessment, intellectual property, that is patenting, marketing, licensing, commercialization, revenue generation. So these are the different phases of this innovation cycle. I also find myself part of this innovation cycle. I have been associated with publication part and stepped into the patenting part. And I feel that all academicians must be associated with this innovation cycle in any manner. So the very first point of this, the very first phase of this innovation cycle is the research. So let me just say that in a very general sense, any creative systematic activity undertaken in order to increase the stock of knowledge. And scientifically, I can say investigation, it's an investigation, maybe theoretical or experimental, aimed at discovery and interpretation of facts. But when you go into this innovation cycle, when you go into the field to do the research, as per me, you must have prerequisites. So what are those prerequisites? First of all, you should have research orientation and conceptual clarity. Being academician, you must have that. If you don't have, then you should develop it. So first you should develop the research orientation and you must have the conceptual clarity. For that, you need to have innovative or creative thinking. This innovative and creative thinking will enter you into the world of imagination, and that is very important. Our beloved Albert Einstein has said, a logic will get you from a point A to B, but imagination will take you everywhere. So this innovative thinking and imagination, these are very important things. These will result in bring ideas. This is well-known statement, एक idea जो बदल दे आपकी दुनिया तो नहीं बदलेगा, but in case of research, it means a lot. One idea can you give a boost in your research. So as per my journey, or the journey of everyone, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and this is the true in my case also. So for a beginner, the very important things are when to start the research, what should be the topic of my research, will someone accompany me or I will have to alone? Is there a team of knowledgeable people? That definitely that team will help you in selecting the topic and discussing the important concept, important points regarding your research. So all these are the very important things when you are going to plan for the research. As per my story, when I talk about myself, the thought of research cropped up in mind when I decided to choose teaching as a career and was pursuing MTech. I submitted my dissertation work in Young Scientist Congress, organized by Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology at that time. And fortunately, my presented work selected for this prestigious award in 2000. This gave the initial boost in direction of research and recognition as well. But my journey of research geared up when I joined SGS-ITS in 2003, where I came across conducive surroundings for research and innovation. I had Professor Shekhar Sharma to discuss the theoretical concepts. Dr. Anjana Jain ma'am was my companion in research with similar mindset. Moreover, experienced and knowledgeable persons like Dr. P.D. Vyavhare, Dr. L.D. Arya were there to motivate us, to guide us. I continued the same path when I joined IET in 2007. Here also, I got the mentorship of Dr. Sanjeev Tokekar and the core member as my research group, Dr. Uma Bhatt in form of core member of my research group. So again, I would discuss when. For all the faculties, there is no time to start the research. It can be once you join as a faculty position, it can be before your PhD, it can be during the PhD, it can be after the PhD. As per me, you should indulge in this activity throughout your academics, throughout your teaching career. And if you are a student, you may join an active group in your institute. The best time may be your project phase or any suitable time course during the course of your study. So you can start. That is the beginning, and definitely you will have a team of knowledgeable people so that you will finally come to some topic where you will be going for the research. Now when you do the research, this research, the recognition of the research comes in form of either publication or in form of patenting. For both publishing and patenting, inventions are important for making new technology available to the public. For procuring a good publication, the researcher requires a good theoretical concept. Besides that, you should have a bank of good journals, good conferences, and it is advisable to focus on quality rather than quantity, as sir has also told. So you should have a bank of good journal papers which are having good impact factor, which are having good reviewing process. So when you go for publication, you go for publication, a lot of options are there. And I continue my story as I have got a few publications. As per me, how I got started into the publication business. So when I was in GS-ITS, we got good mentors in form of LD Arya sir and Tokekar sir. We selected in mentorship of them, we selected channel modeling as our topic for research. We met to Dr. L.D. Arya, who was in electrical engineering department at time, but he was teaching that stochastic process and all these things, and he has so many publications, and we met him. He explained us the concept of Markov modeling, and he told that I don't know how this concept will be applicable in your case. We worked out and ultimately found desired results in our channel modeling case. And the result, we wrote the paper. We sent the paper in one of the prestigious conference, AINA IEEE, that is held in Canada in 2007. Fortunately, our paper selected for that. But as we go for some big thing, there are a lot of hurdles come into your way. The same case with us. So the main hurdle was the expenses involved for the Canada visit. So again, mentors helped us. They motivated us, and we ultimately applied in funding agencies for the travel grant and other expenses. And fortunately, I got the grant of rupees 93,000 from AICT at that time. So this was another milestone in this journey of research. Moreover, at the same time, the same paper was selected as best paper in our category, and there we got the Student Nokia Award, which had the worth of Canadian dollar 600. So this was again a motivating thing for us. After that, when I joined IET, I registered for my PhD under the guidance of Tokekar sir and Vyavare sir. I got few good publications in conference and journals out of it. After that, I continued the way with my PhD student and with my core group member as Dr. Uma Bhatt. So I have got a number of publications out of it. So far, I have more than 50 publications. Out of that, 12 papers are published in SCI Index Journal, more than 10 are in Scopus Index Journal, and others are in UGC listed journals and conferences. Now, another form of recognition of your research comes in form of patenting. As Shashi Prakash sir has told, there are so many processes so that any researcher refrain from patenting. Same may be the case for me. So when we talk about patent, we have to go through a complex legal process. It requires cost also and time. Although publication has its own worth, but the patent can be more useful as the patent gives you good publication plus IP value. Patents gives an authority to sell the product, whereas paper gives an idea of the work to others to do further research. A good patented product can be commercialized and gives value over and above a paper. So after looking all these advantages or worth of patenting, I have also stepped into the part of patenting, and this year our one patent application has been published with the title "An Apparatus for Online Scheduling of ONUs Using Clubbing of Voids in Fiber Wireless Access Network." This is the work of one of my PhD student, that is Vijendra Mishra, and other companions of DAVV in this patent application are Dr. Uma Rathore Bhatt and Dr. Abhay Kumar sir. When your work gets recognized, you get some awards and fellowships also. So the same happened with me. I got Young Scientist Award in 2000. Our paper got recognized, and we got Nokia Student Award of 600 Canadian dollar. I got for the Canada visit. I got the grant of 93,000 from AICT. I also got the opportunity to present the paper in Malaysia. I got the fellowship at IIT Madras, which was sponsored by IISc Bangalore. Then in 2019 and 2021, I received the awards from our university, DAVV Vishwavidyalaya. So when you start the research, your research comes in when you have to start. So far, I am discussing about the publishing and patenting. So before starting your research, you should decide first whether you look for good publication or patent, because both are different things. If you want to go for the patenting, it should have that societal impact and it should have that commercial value. So your topic should be, you should select your topic whether you want to go for the publication or for the patenting. So at the end, I would summarize, as Shashi Prakash sir has also told, when you have entered into research thing, then you must keep the patience, because it takes time. Even for the reviewing process of journals, it takes much time. Similarly, for patent also, it may take time up to the grant process. Another important thing is you must have good team members. You should have good team members, because there are a number of things that is to be performed, like paper writing, like searching of the journals, searching of the things. There are so many things, so you should have a good team of them. And always keep on doing whatever you are doing, keep on doing with positive mindset. That positive mindset is very important, because that is the thing which keeps you motivated. So I would say the statement given by this Martin Luther King, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving. So keep moving always. And I believe that most of us have all these capabilities to become integral part of that innovation cycle. I wish to watch many more stories of rising stars in near future. And that is all from my side.
Thank you so much, Raksha ma'am. Is there any question from anybody for Raksha ma'am? Again, thank you, Raksha ma'am, for sharing your story, which includes the research as well as IPR related activities. So I hope everybody will get motivated after hearing a lot about you. And now I would like to invite third speaker, Dr. Vivek Kapoor sir. I would request Manju ma'am to introduce him.
Okay, so I'm happy to introduce Dr. Vivek Kapoor, who is working as an assistant professor in Information Technology Department at IIT and AVV. He has around 20 years of teaching experience, and his research interests include computational finance, genetic algorithms, data mining, and information security. He has more than 40 research papers to his credit in international journals and in conferences. Recently, he has also published a book titled Genetic Algorithms and Applications for Stock Trading Optimization, and he has been awarded a patent by Government of India. So over to Vivek Kapoor sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected our rector sir, Ashok Sharma sir, Tokekar sir, Shashi Prakash sir, Raksha Upadhyay madam, Manju Chattopadhyay madam, and Kirti Pawar, and our participants. Now, I am thankful for the institution Innovative Council, School of Electronics, DAVV University, to provide me expert talk on my journey, my story about how about the research which I get patented in 2018. So I am sharing my slide. So to start with, the title of my patent was multi-party binary access control. Here are all the specifications about the patent, and it was an ordinary explication. The date of filing was 31st May 2018. We were actually three researchers, myself, our ME student Upendra Kumar Jaria, and our supervisor Tokekar madam. And the title of invention was multi-party binary access control. Field of invention was computer science. Initially, we hired CM Joshi and Associates for our filing of the patent, and this CM Joshi Associates is in Mumbai, operating from the Mumbai, and it covers all the western region of the patents office, and it is these associates have roundabout experience of 20 years. Next, we call for an early publication. So the publication date was 22 June 2018. Now we have seen that generally, if we go for a normal route at that point of time, 2018, at that point 2013 application, 2013 patent application that was filed in year 2013, they were also pending. So we go for an express request examination, and that we filed our express request on request for express examination on 28th May 2018, and after 6 months, near about 6 to 7 months, we are awarded patent by the Government of India. Now this is all the whole procedure to get the patent. First to file it, we go for early publication, then for request for examination has been applied under for the controller of patent, then patents get under examination and that it is disposed whether you should be getting patent or not. In this whole process, it took 5 to 6 years, as our Shashi Prakash sir has said. But if we go for an early examination, express request, that for going that express request, there are two ways that we should go for a PC2 route application, or we should go for a Geneva Convention route application. The Geneva route application is somewhat expensive, as it covers the international patent, and the PCT route application, that is Patent Corporation Treaty route application, is somewhat less expensive, that it covers the patent in the whole country which you have filed in, that is India. We have filed in India. These are our patent certificates. So this is also the certificate given by the Government of India. For the express request, we have hired Bodhik IP Associates, and that this firm is based in Gurgaon. And actually हमको ये पता नहीं था कि एक्सप्रेस रिक्वेस्ट कैसे फाइल करें या ये भी एक प्रोसीजर होती है. सो आई हैव डन ए कोर्स इन 2018 at the patent office Nagpur. I thanks Tokekar sir for that he has given me opportunity to attend the course at that point of time. And in that course, there were a lot of patent attorneys, expert lecture from the patent attorneys from all over the India. And my question was always the one thing, that we know what is patent, why it is important to get the things patent, but how can I get my patent application in a queue which is of years of time, so that my application, the time to grant me a patent gets squeezed off. So our attorney, attorney Vivek Hayaji, we met him there, and he told me that this is one of the procedures, that two procedures, and we call for a quotation for these two procedures, but we found that Patent Corporation Treaty procedure is very simple, and in that procedure, Government of India is bound that they will take your patent application for examination within 9 months of time, and they will dispose it out whether you have been granted the patent or not. So total number of claims in our patent we have made 6, and the grant date is 27th November 2019, but it is effective from 31st May 2018. So these are the clippings of the patent. As we get the patent all over the media, they called us, and this was the clipping of various newspapers. Now this is the patent application. Actually, the patent application number is 326056. You can get to the patent services site of India and get it, click that at the patent research search and type our application number or patent number. You will get this, our patent, all the details of it. Now I have already told that for the express request we have got for the PCT. This is our PCT application number, that is PCT/IB2019/052384, and we have filed for the PCT route. You have to file for a PCT application within 1 year of the filing. If you miss that deadline, then you have to refile your patent and then refile the PCT application. So 25th March 2019, we go get a PCT application. After PCT application, for the expedite examination, for the express examination, we filled the form 18A. ये सारे प्रोसीजर मैं आपको इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि ये प्रोसीजर कोई भी अटॉर्नी बताता नहीं है, और वो आपको लंबे रूट से ले जाता है ताकि आपका पैसा भी ज्यादा लगे. और दे हैव ए फीलिंग दैट यू हैव बीन फंडेड बाय द यूनिवर्सिटीज और द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सो देयर विल बी नो डिफिकल्टी फ्रॉम योर साइड टू पे फॉर. ठीक है. सो अवर अटॉर्नी इज विवेक डाइया. आई कैन ऑल्सो शेयर द एड्रेस. हियर इज इट्स email ID. You can contact. So our patent is grant for 20 years from the date of filing, but we have taken the grant for up till 2024. टोटल 20 years की ग्रांट के लिए अगर हम उसको पेमेंट करते हैं, it took around 50,000. So if it is beyond the scope, so we get it grant for 2024. After 2024, 31st May 2024, we will extend it if we want to sell it. Otherwise, this will become free for all. You can't go it for the commercialization. So right form about my patent, that it is about it is multi-party binary access control, so that all the enterprise applications such as website searching, email searching, all the banking solutions, they store and evaluate permission on per user, per entity and per action basis for hundreds of users and thousands of permissions. As the number of users increases, or the services provided by the website or the banking or the financial institution, they got increased, the number of permission also increases exponentially. So as the number of permutation combination between the user wanting a particular permission or a pair of permission or a group of permission, that also increases. Most of the time, at least of the time, it took 5 database table to store that role-based. Earlier, that was the role-based access control to grant this permission. Selecting permission from user from database consumer to perform action. So this permission will be checked in this database table query. It takes time, and sometimes the time taken by to check the permission is more than the time taken to perform the required actions. So thus the current approaches for role-based binary access control is insufficient in all computation time, runtime memory and database storage. So we go for it we shift it from the traditional role-based binary access control to binary, multi-party binary access control. So binary arithmetic is always very simple. It is less computationally intensive. Binary arithmetic is known for being fast scalability, smallest in memory, and fastest in speed. This paper describes a new method which uses binary data structure and binary arithmetic. We have already simple binary arithmetic, that is Boolean algebra, that is AND or XOR operator is applied, and all the user and entity and the actions and permissions are mapped in the binary string. We also claim that the method is more scalable and fastest possible for the role-based access. So these are the earlier. This is the role-based access model. Okay, so here in the earlier, before that, the user must have assigned certain permission to access only resources is entitled to work with and without not wittingly or accidentally able to read or change data without which is not concerned with him. So permission has been granted to user. If there are thousands of users and thousands of permissions, so it's messed up and it takes lot of time. It is seen that nearly 27 to 30% of the server time is spent in not in calculation but granting the permission. So we go for a role-based access control. The role-based access control is a primary tool which is generally used to control and manage the access for various users on various resources. The main idea is number of users may reach up to 1,000, but the number of roles or permissions will always be limited. Hence, the permissions are configured on a per role basis and roles are assigned to the user. So from this figure, we can depict that if role is granted to certain access on a resource, then all the users in that role automatically get access to the resource and the permission. So, and it is seen that a complex query has been generated. This query that is being generated takes time and it consumes 20 to 25 to 50% time to check for the permission. Okay, so we have reduced it on every operation by every user. Either a very complex nested query or multiple simple database query are fired to identify if a user has appropriate rights to perform the task. Sometimes time taken to check the permission is more than time taken to perform the required operation. As number of users increases, so you get in a queue. You get in a queue and you will sometimes say that server is slow. Why server is slow? Because the time to check the permission is getting more and more complex queries are coming and coming. So so we switch it from the role-based binary access control to binary-based access control. All these roles are mapped into the binary strings and if you choose for a role, this role is mapped to a binary string and by using and or operation between the binary string placed in the table and the query you have generated. We get the result that permission is granted to perform for the certain role or permission is declined. So this binary arithmetic is known for a vast in scalability, smallest in memory and fastest in speed. Multi-party binary access control use separate bits to store permission on user identity and operation level. Permission bits of user operation entity are processed bitwise to see if operation is allowed or denied for the user. So this is the Venn diagram. So if user A has sufficient permission to perform operation B on entity C, these are the three. If such combination exists, the permission is granted, otherwise permission is denied. So these are our results. You can say that in the blue form, you can see the create action takes how much milliseconds. So in the yellow line, you can see that by using role-based access control, how much time is taken, and in the green time, you can say that if you use binary role-based access control, how much the time has been squeezed down. It is round about 100 to 1000 times. So time has been squeezed, and in this way, the server will be able to cater more and more users in less and less period of time, and there will be better services from the server. So these are for the create, generally the crude action create, read for this read action, then update action. These are the add delete action. So these are the generally three crude action that generally takes place in any of the enterprise solution. Although there are many more complex permissions that has to be granted, but these are the main thing on which we have applied. So here the number of counts are 375 earlier on this, and we've seen that the time has been largely squeezed down. So for the get the permission granted or permission denied for the binary rollback access control, it is also seen that how that our time has been squeezed. These are the results. So it is seen that for the 4,800 count generally take 26 seconds, and here the 7,838 count it takes 17 milliseconds. So that by can say in the real world the time has been squeezing out. These are the generally the action time that minimum it takes place. Minimum these are the actions. Create action takes place minimum 27 milliseconds, average 156 milliseconds, maximum 956 milliseconds. Such so it the read, update, and delete action for a normal case. But for an here we have comparison with the binary rollback access control and traditional rollback access control. In the rollback access control, the time has been squeezed, but you can see that if you go from the traditional to rollback to binary, how much the time has been squeezed out, generally 100 to 1000 times. So this is the comparison of results between traditional rollback access control and binary rollback access control. This is also the result, and you can see that from the traditional to rollback to binary, how much there is an effectivity. Our algorithm is more effective in efficiency and in efficiency also. So for the benefits, there has been, as I already said, that by replacing traditional role-based access control with binary role-based access control, with correct implementation, it will see that server performance generally increases by 32%. It is observed that binary role-based access control is 500 times averaging 500 times faster than traditional role-based access control. User permissions are identified at login time, and rest everything is loaded at the server load time. So there is no time wasting on this. Scalable server can spare its time to cater more user and to get further more computation which the user has been wanting. Scalable, it increased in number of roles, number of entities, number of user, number of action, have really no performance impact on binary. So we have tried for a 375 users, but if we increase the number of users exponentially, generally one server caters about 65,536 connections. There will be absolutely no change in performance impact. But there are issues also. Multi-party binary access control is complex to configure. Working on direct binary value may have severe security impacts. So work is already in progress to make this configuration easy. Runtime changes. Multi-party binary access control does not reload permission for entity or user. So in our future work, we are getting in process to get this thing get done. Thank you. Please let us know your queries and suggestions. So, in this whole process, I will also like to thank Tokekar Madam for his constant encouragement. As Shashi Prakash Sir has said, आपको पीछे पड़े रहना रहेगा. And the time, if you don't get the result, is very frustrating. तो टोकेकर सर, टोकेकर मैडम, इनका काफी encouragement था. As they have visited NEC team in various institute, वहाँ पे उन्होंने देखा कि पेटेंट्स हैं लोगों के पास कई दूसरे इंस्टीट्यूट्स में, तो इनका भी था कि हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट से भी एक पेटेंट हो. और ये मुझे बार बार बोलते रहते थे कि पता करो कि कैसे जल्दी हो. तो फिर हमने एक प्रोसीजर आपको बताया. अगर आप चाहें तो मेरे से शेयर कर सकते, मैं आपको बताऊँ. थैंक यू.
Manju ma'am, mic is over to you only. Thank you, Vivek Kapoor sir, for sharing your journey for getting the patent. I think yours was the first one after a long break for the university. So you definitely motivated us to go in this particular direction.
Okay. So I'm delighted to reintroduce my colleague, Mrs. Kirti Pawar Bhati, who is an assistant professor here in School of Electronics. She has a teaching experience of 14 years and has done her master's in mobile computing technology. She's currently pursuing PhD. She has scored 1 patent publication, secured 3 copyrights, and has a number of conference publications to her credit. She's also the coordinator for a student community called Algotronics, established by School of Electronics students and alumni. So over to you, ma'am, again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for introducing me. I would like to share my screen. Ma'am, please let me know if you are able to see my screen. Is it visible, ma'am?
It is going in that mode. Yes, it is.
It's visible?
Yes.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Today, as the title suggests, my story, it should be a motivational session by the Successful Innovators. How justify I can go for successful, but definitely we got a patent, so we consider ourselves as in the category of innovators. So my session will not be a very critical one. Let me share the content of my presentation today, which I'm going to discuss. Before that, first, let me introduce the team who has come up with this particular patent, which we got patented in the Indian Journal, Patent and Design Journal of Government of India. We filed this particular patent in March 2020 and got it published in September 2021. So it took around 18 months because we went for the ordinary application. So the title of our patent is a smart dustbin. This is a simple name, a smart dustbin. But the special thing which make it different is we have focused on a particular target group which is especially able. So the people who are having some kind of disability, who is unable to move, or who are unable to move or to go somewhere else, we have that made this particular dustbin focusing on such kind of people. So the team comprises of 3 people. 2 are my MTech student, MTech Embedded System student, batch 1820. So now they have completed their master's degree from our institution. One is Miss Prachi Gautam and another one is Miss Ankita Modi. Third one is mine itself. And my presentation flow is going to talk about, it's basically I have bifurcated the presentation into the technical specification as well as the journey. So technical specification is important, but journey is equally important. As already my co-speakers has told you, that journey of getting a patent is really a tough one, and you require a lot of patience and you require a lot of perseverance also for reaching to a certain extent. So I'm going to talk in both the direction. First, let's talk about what a smart dustbin is. So the framework is basically divided into 3 parts. One is smart waste bin, which is basically a hardware, we can say, which comprises of a dustbin bucket. Second one is the robot mechanism, which is going to move that particular dustbin in a particular direction. And third one is the control station. Normally, in many situations, we have also gone through the various literature in which the control station, or basically the remote control, is created separately for a particular entity. But what we are doing in our case, we are using our mobile phone for getting control of this particular smart dustbin. So the good thing about is that we do not require a separate circuitry for that, any separate entity for that. We are using the mobile phone, which is these days it is available to everybody on the planet. So let's talk about the technical specification first, and then this is the line diagram, and this is the way we have normally when we go for patenting application, normally this kind of diagram is presented, and attorney help you to design such kind of things. It's not a very sophisticated way of doing the things. Then also there is a protocol which they need to follow, and they design something like this. So let's discuss what smart dustbin is all about. It is having a bucket, so you can see over. I'm going to show you the actual diagram also, but this is the line diagram I'm going to explain firstly. So there is a bucket which is numbered with number 1, and there will be an automatic lid. This kind of dustbins are available at your places also, which can be operated either by hand or either by you can use the leg also for opening the lid of that. But as I have already discussed, that this particular smart dustbin is meant for the differently able people who cannot operate such kind of dustbins because they are having some kind of disability. So we have made this process automated. How? We are going to discuss afterwards. Now, third one is the securing platform, which is going to secure. This is basically a driving assembly on which this particular dustbin is kept, and it will move in whichever direction a user wants, and that can be controlled via mobile phone. Now, controlling means are provided to receive the user input data with the help of virtual LCD. The virtual LCD which is shown over here is basically a mobile phone in which we have used some free applications. Because of some confidentiality, I am not going to tell the name of that. And fifth thing is there, which is the chargeable battery, which to provide the power to the whole unit. In the actual diagram, I am going to show where exactly it is placed. Now, how it works basically. So you can see the diagram. This is the driving assembly on which you are keeping a dustbin. There is a sensor which is kept on the lid of the dustbin. So whenever it first, if a specially able person is going to dispose some of the waste which he or she cannot go up to the dustbin level, then that particular dustbin he or she can call using his mobile phone. The dustbin will come in the vicinity of the person who want to use it. Then as there will be hand, as the person is going to put the hand in front of the lid, then lid will be automatically opened, and after 5 seconds of delay, it will be closed automatically. So that is a sufficient time a person can dispose the waste in this particular dustbin. Another sense, there is another feature in this particular first feature, that it can be operated using mobile phone. Another feature, that it can move. Third one, that automatic lid open assembly is there. And fourth, that using this dustbin, the level of waste can also be monitored remotely. So you do not need to go personally to the particular dustbin to see whether it's full or not. It is going to update its status to the remote station also. So these are the features which make it useful or socially relevant, we can say. Another thing I would like to say over here is that excuse me, that this dustbin is became more relevant when we have applied for this particular patent. At that time COVID was not there, but in the scenario of COVID it became more relevant, because now the infected person, nobody wants to go near to the infected person. Caretaker cannot be there. There are limited caretaker for managing so many COVID patients at the same time. So this kind of arrangement is also going to have a very good place in such kind of scenario. Like in Indore, you can see that the hospitals, 100 to 150 people are monitored by 5 to 6 caretakers, which is really a difficult task. And maintaining the waste of all the people will also be very difficult as well as harmful also. So in such scenarios, this got more relevant. So this was all about the technical things so far. Now let's see how our journey was to reach up to this particular extent. First, I would like to mention one thing over here, that for getting an innovative idea, you do not require to have a very exposure to the technology or something like that. Like I can give an example. When somebody has patented the safety pin, then that can be considered a very small idea, but it has changed the scenario. For securing any kind of clothing, safety pin is a compulsory thing nowadays. So for getting a innovative idea, you do not require to have lot of thing available to you. It can come at any instant of time. So how we could reach to this particular level, I'm going to share that story with you. So in January 2019, first time I was teaching a course on IoT and wireless network. And it was for MTech student for the session January to June 2019. Now, since it was also a new subject for me, so I was also working very hard for getting the hands on the physical hardware as well as the software related to IoT. And at that time, one of the student community which is created by the School of Electronics alumni and final year student. I want to show some, because this picture is, I really like this picture because you can see that this algotronics community give a spark to the younger students to go for some hand-on sessions to do something on the hardware. I hope it is visible to you. In this particular community, what happens, that final year MTech student who are pursuing their project work in industry come to teach the technical things, hardware related things to their juniors. And let me tell you one thing, that this community is established by the student only. We have not given any idea or any motivation to them. It was their idea to form a community in which the final year student will come to teach their juniors how the industry works actually. So while I was teaching a course on IoT, algotronics community also helped me to arrange the workshop in which students are having more hands-on exposure. Now, at the end of semester, I told the student to come with some small IoT-based project. So out of 18 students, and we were having total 9 batches, 3 to 4 batches came with really good project, and one of the project was this dustbin. And the final prototype which we got for this particular dustbin is developed in July 2019. Now, this was all about the technical thing. We had the prototype with us, but what next? How we can go for getting the IPR for that. So then I would like to thank IET only, because I have attended a workshop at IET in which a representative of NRDC came and told that there is an organization called NRDC which is funded by Government of India, and the main role of NRDC is to promote the innovators to go for patent filing, and it is having so many roles. So I would suggest all people to visit the NRDC website if you want to get the funding for that. So now, how NRDC helped me to get the things patented? So again, the journey begins. We approached the NRDC. Since July 19, we got the prototype in our hand. In August 2019, we approached the NRDC. So you can understand, as sir has already told you, it is really a time-taking process. So NRDC took from August 2019 to February 2020. They done the scrutiny and the things were in very slow mode, I can say. I poked them again and again, sending email to them. Finally, in February 2020, they have assigned a patent attorney to us. So these are basically the third-party people who are associated with NRDC, and they used to help us to file the patent. So finally, after the assignment of patent attorney, we got our patent filed with provisional specification in March 2020. Now, since Vivek sir has already told you, there are two modes. One is ordinary application and other one is expedite. But NRDC told us that they are not going to finance us for expedite application. So we went for the ordinary application. So it took around 18 months. Before that, I would also like to mention one more thing over here, that in March, after provisional specification, patent filing means you are securing your idea at that particular instant of time. You can do that by filing the provisional specification, in which you give some specific point about your application. They give you another 1 year for filing the final specifications. So March 2020, we went for provisional specification, and after a year, full specification is submitted in March 2020, which is normally done in form number 2. There are various forms. Since we are not the legal people, so we do not know so many things about the legality of this, but normally form 2 is used for submitting the final specification. Finally, our patent is published in Indian Patent Office Journal on 24/09, that is 24 September 2021. So you can see from March 2020 to September 21, it took around 18 months for publication. But the good thing was that since we were doing it for the first time, and let me tell you, getting a patent published is really a costly thing. Everybody cannot afford it. So NRDC helped us in doing that, and we are very much thankful to them for this. Now, this was all about my journey. Now I would like to acknowledge over here, since prototyping development is all our department, like School of Electronics and DAVV University, they always encourage to go for something innovative, something new. And I would like to thank Dr. Abhay Kumar, who is head of the department, as well as School of Electronics and DAVV University, because the prototype which we have developed for that financial assistance is provided by School of Electronics, and for whole this patent filing, all the financial and technical support is provided by the NRDC, that is National Research Development Corporation, which is a Government of India organization. So let me tell you that I'm happy to show you this also. We got a lot of coverage, media coverage also, and recently we also Smart University is also having a MOU with DAVV University. So Smart City project is also trying to communicate with us. So let's hope that we are going to have some kind of commercialization for the patent we have published. Smart Dustbin. So let's hope for that. This is all from my end. In case, as Shashi Prakash has already told you, if you require any kind of help or support, not financial exactly, any kind of consultancy support, if you would like to know, then we are all available over here. You can contact Shashi Prakash sir, or you can contact any of the member of IIC DAVV. I am also one of the member, so you can communicate with me if you would like to do that. Thank you so much. Manju ma'am, I'm done with my presentation.
If anybody else want to speak something, they are welcome to come forward. Anyone?
Excellent presentations by all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, then I'll propose the vote of thanks and then we can conclude this session. So I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks on behalf of School of Electronics and IIC. First of all, I would like to express our gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Renu Jain Madam, who motivated us to organize this event. And I thank Honorable Rector Dr. Ashok Sharma sir for sparing time to be part of this motivational session. We thank Ministry of Education and Innovation Cell, MIC, for establishing the institution's Innovation Council at our university. And I also thank Professor Sanjeev Tokekar sir, President IIC and Director IIT DAVV, and our own HOD Professor Abhay Kumar sir for helping us organize this session. We sincerely acknowledge the efforts of our eminent speakers, Dr. Shashi Prakash sir, Dr. Raksha Upadhyay madam, Dr. Vivek Kapoor sir and Mrs. Kirti Bhati for sharing their experience with us. Dr. Vaibhav Jain is thanked for providing the support for hosting this meet. Student volunteers of eCell IET are acknowledged for preparing the brochure and for providing the technical support. Last but not the least, we thank all our participants, all faculty members, students and other enthusiasts for joining this meet. We sincerely hope that this initiative will inspire you to work on your own innovative ideas with greater vigor. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Manju ma'am. Shashi Prakash sir, can we close the meeting now? Thank you, Tokekar sir. Thank you, Shashi Prakash sir. Thank you, Manju madam, for providing the support in this workshop. Shashi Prakash sir, you are on mute.
Oh, very nice activity. Well done, Kirti. Well done, Manju.
Thank you so much, sir.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you. So can we leave now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.